Opening statements and the first witnesses today in the trial of Maxwell Anderson. He's accused of killing and dismembering Sade Robinson last year after their first date.
What happened to Sade Robinson that night was not an accident. They have to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt.
After opening statements, the state started calling witnesses. We want to warn you, some of the details you will hear today and throughout the next couple of weeks can be disturbing. TMJ4's Jenna Ray has been in court all day following this trial, joining us live from the safety building with the latest. Jenna.
Steve, 11 witnesses were called today by the state. Those witnesses included several law enforcement officers, the Cudahy water superintendent, the man who found Sade Robinson's severed leg, and people who knew her directly. Now, a lot of today's questioning surrounded Warnemont Park, which is the location where Sade's severed leg was found. For about an hour, the state and defense questioned detectives about phone records between Robinson and Anderson. Detectives who pulled those records went through all of the locations where both phones had pinged. Evidence showed Robinson and Anderson's phone at Twisted Fisherman, Duke's on Water, and then at Anderson's home. But after that, cell phone records indicated Robinson's phone was on the move near downtown River West, Milwaukee's north side, and then in Cudahy near Warnemont Park. The state then showed surveillance video from the Cudahy Police Department, Cudahy High School, Cudahy Water Department, and the pump house down by Lake Michigan. Video shows a car driving near those locations, which prosecutors say was Anderson driving Robinson's car. But the defense argued that couldn't be proven.
Can you determine the race of the person?
No.
Can you determine if it's male or female?
No.
Height?
You could probably tell the difference between someone that was 3.5 or 4 feet versus 8 feet, but no.
Somewhere between 3.5 and 8 feet, we could say.
You'd be able to tell the difference of someone that was incredibly short versus incredibly tall, but I cannot make a height estimate.
And obviously hair color, facial features, none of that we can determine.
That's correct.
Prosecutors also showed video of what they say is a silhouette, which you just heard them talking about and asking the witness about. That silhouette was seen walking down the bluffs at Warnemont Park. A detective testified that the individual, who they think is Maxwell Anderson, walked up and down the bluffs to the waterfront between 3 a.m. and 4:30 a.m. But the defense argued again that that individual couldn't be identified because it was dark and the video quality was poor.
Can you determine the race of the person?
No.
Can you determine if it's male or female?
No.
Height?
You could probably tell the difference between someone that was 3.5 or 4 feet versus 8 feet, but no.
Somewhere between 3.5 and 8 feet, we could say.
You'd be able to tell the difference of someone that was incredibly short versus incredibly tall, but I can't.
There seems to be a technical issue with the soundbite that just played twice, but we were trying to get some information on that silhouette that we showed you in the video prior to that. We also heard from Sade Robinson's property manager, the maintenance man at the building that she lived in, and then a co-worker. The property manager was very emotional on the stand, saying that she talked to Sade frequently and that one of her friends had actually showed up to Sade's apartment, letting the property manager know that she hadn't seen her. That friend was her coworker at Pizza Shuttle, who also testified today. The friend saying it was very unusual for her not to show up at work, so she went to the police station to report her missing. We're back in court tomorrow morning, and again, we'll be streaming live on TMJ4.com. We're live outside of the Milwaukee County Safety Building. I'm Jenna Ray for TMJ4 News.
Much more to come, Jenna. Thank you. Anderson's trial expected to last a couple weeks. We will cover it through to the end. Keep up with all of our reporting on air at TMJ4.com or wherever you like to stream TMJ4 News.